I finally figured out how to fry shrimp. And it was
You mean
pretty
like
fucking good.
with like breaded?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Made myself a po' boy sandwich today.
I like that. I know
Shit was amazing.
you had to use that. You had to use that shrimp anyway. So shout out to you.
I was going to use it. It just needed to.
You had to use it. You already thought it out and everything.
You gotta go into the garbage. It's okay to throw some things in the garbage. It is A-okay in life, in your refrigerator.
You're right. It's just when you don't got it, you don't got it. God
will provide.
He got it. You're right. He gave them I'll say them niggas. He did give us some bread and wine.
He gave them some manna from sky.
He did his thing.
All right. I can already see what kind of episode this is going to be.
Why?
Why what? That wasn't a negative thing.
Oh, I was like, okay. I was just saying happy
birthday. Do
birthday.
you think negative things come out of my mouth? You think I'm a negative person?
No, but I don't think you're optimistic first. I don't think you think of like the great things first.
Really?
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know how I feel about that. I just think about things.
Yeah. And they usually isn't. Yeah.
Am I optimistic? I think I'm a realist.
I knew you were going to use that word. Hence.
I am. I don't care what nobody's. I am because it's not like I'm saying no. Just like you need to consider these things too.
Okay.
Everybody only sees the grass, but you know, under that grass there's some dirt. You gotta take care of that grass. Too. Sometimes that because that grass become crabgrass, then it's worth nothing.
You're right.
But nobody thinks about that. You just think about how green it's going to look when it looks nice.
Yeah.
If it's taken care of well.
Okay.
But if you don't, and if you don't know how to, then you get crabgrass. So it's okay to think about both sides.
Yeah, we're not talking about that. We're talking about you usually thinking of the worst possible.
No, I am not a pessimist.
Okay.
I'm far from pessimistic.
You're right.
I don't know. That don't sound convincing.
Okay.
That don't sound convincing either.
Banter?
Wow. That wasn't convincing either. Banter. That's convincing.
Oh, my bad.
Banter question. Do you think you are high or low maintenance?
It depends on what it is. And
let's give yourself an overall.
Can we define what's high and low maintenance? Just
that's fair.
See where, like, when you're asking me that question, what does high maintenance mean for you?
Oof. Because because I was about to say give me an overall, but then you said because it really does depend, right? I believe I'm high maintenance when it comes to like technology.
Understood.
Needs to be the best.
Yeah.
Don't do secondhand.
Yes.
None of that.
Got it.
Everything else in life, give two shits.
You don't think you high maintenance with the women that you choose?
That's a preference.
He be low maintenance with it. He don't try.
Dang, that's low maintenance?
Well,
if you just let any bitch?
You don't think so?
So you got niggas out here who are low. Yo, that's the new term for you, low maintenance niggas.
Low maintenance niggas.
Low maintenance bitches too.
Yeah, if you like me, I like you. It don't even matter if I really like you. I only like you because you like me.
That is the new term.
Low maintenance.
Y'all are some low maintenance niggas out there.
And low maintenance isn't a bad thing.
Shit, why is it the way you just described it? That seems like a very.
No.
That means you'll let anybody suck your dick or you'll let any nigga in your vagina.
Okay, so I didn't think about it that way. I said you don't think
insinuating?
I asked if you think that because you said you use high maintenance in regards to technology.
For sure.
Okay, and you said you want the best. You don't want no low budget. You don't want the bootleg. You don't want none of that.
Nah.
You didn't say women, so you don't mind getting mediocre.
I don't equate women in technology, but
you don't. But I'm just giving you a perspective.
If you're putting it in that perspective,
because I'm trying to get a better understanding. Because you say high maintenance, like,
are you a high maintenance woman when it comes to your men?
Yeah. I'm sorry, y'all. I would have said I'm screaming, but that shit, I really had to do self-evaluation at the same time.
That's terrible.
Because in my mind, absolutely.
You had some low maintenance moments?
I've had some moments where I was just like, it's okay. I had some low moments in my life.
She had some low maintenance.
I did. I had, and when I say low maintenance, it's not even like they weren't good men. It's just I didn't really care for them or immediately attracted to them or immediately like tuned in like I would be with someone that I was really into. And I really just accepted the fact that time, I'm a better person now, that they really like me, and I like that they like me, so I'm gonna just keep them around.
Okay, let me get a little bit more. Let me clarify what I mean by low maintenance. In terms of dealing with you, do you think you're easy to deal with?
No, absolutely not. But I don't think anybody's easy to deal with. You think you easy to deal with?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I do.
No.
Who you think is easier to deal with, me or you?
Who's dealing with me? A woman or a man?
Don't matter.
Well, it depends.
No, it don't.
Yes, it does.
No, it don't.
You see me difficult with women?
Gigi, you're difficult.
Wow.
Like, you're just a difficult person.
I'm difficult?
Yeah, you don't think you are?
No, nigga, suck my dick. Why would you think that I'm difficult? I'm mad, laid back, chill, to the point. But the only time I pop off, I am not laid back and chill.
You feel me?
You don't think I'm laid back and chill?
No.
No.
Oh, it's because I know you?
Yes, and you've seen the different seasons that I have been in. So let's be clear. But my demeanor, my aura, the people that love and deal with the Gigi, I'm very chill, happy. I don't want to say familiar. That sounds like I be getting
so let's bring it to the people. If we just meeting random people,
yeah, they love me,
right?
Yeah, you've never met somebody that didn't like me.
I'm way more low maintenance than you.
When people are meeting you,
I don't have opinions on nothing.
That's why nobody talks to you, Greg.
I'm very low maintenance.
So how does that help in a social setting?
I'm saying dealing with me because you're so bubbly and want to get to know everybody and want to hug on everybody. People might think that's a bit high maintenance. But versus the person who
where does difficulty come into that?
I was just talking about me knowing you.
You think that I'm? Can you just give me an example?
Literally, I asked you before we started recording. I said, when you gonna stop caring about how you look?
That's difficult, Greg.
Yeah, because imagine if we could walk in, sit down, and press record.
Life doesn't work that way.
For Greg, it does.
So
because you just keep saying you slept on the head and you're fine.
That's exactly what you do.
You don't think I take it to account of how I look every time we're on camera?
I think you understand that you already have a nice little wardrobe going. You could wear a white tee 7 times. It could be 7 different white tees, and you could be fine.
But it's not any old white tee though.
Okay.
Because you got some white tees that ride up that look like a tank top, and then you got some white tees that don't have good collars.
But you wouldn't wear those. You wouldn't wear those. That's not who you are.
I got them in my closet.
I'm sorry.
I do. It's pretty.
Why you keep those? I thought you get rid of them.
Because they shrink. Oh, because I use them to wipe stuff, rags.
Oh, I was like, I thought it was so she could wear it on. She's like, when you're not here, I sleep in your t-shirt.
I'm not a fan of people taking my clothes.
If you know, you know, and if you don't know, then
that shit doesn't fly with me.
I took a few things. I'm just kidding. I never took anything from you.
I don't believe you.
Really?
Nah.
Really? What do you think I would take?
I don't know.
Q-tips?
Maybe.
I took a few one time.
Bet you did.
Put some in my pocket. Put some in both the pockets.
Bet you did.
Because just in case I was like driving and my ears start getting itchy.
I got 3 boxes of them shits. It's not that big.
So then that's fine. But I wouldn't take anything. There's nothing that you have here that I want.
That's great.
Oh, yeah.
I'm about to say.
Oh, yeah.
I wasn't going to do that to you.
Yeah. I don't think I'm high maintenance when I meet people.
Okay.
And I think the idea that I'm open to conversations even with strangers makes me easier to talk to than you.
Okay.
Someone will say hi to you, you say hi, you just keep walking.
That's not true. I'm very approachable, and I sit there and have conversations.
You getting paid?
No.
Oh, I never seen that happen.
Yeah, you have.
Where?
You like we've never gone out with each other before.
And then every time I've seen you interact with people you know.
No. You think I know them because of how well I can interact with people.
No, Greg. No, you know them. I know you know them because that's how we got. You know, we was good. Who didn't you know? Give me a scenario. Tell me.
I don't know. I don't like being put on the spot.
That's what I'm just saying. Like I'm just like Greg. We've spent a lot of time together. We've been out.
Go to networking events.
I'm always the
all
person.
the time.
You said work events.
Network.
Money.
I'm not being paid to be there.
Nope, but you're making money to.
But I go.
Okay, have you been to a bar and just randomly talked to strangers?
Yes.
When? 1997?
I wasn't even allowed in bars in 1997.
That's the only time that I think that it could happen. I don't see you doing that.
That's fair. That's fine.
You're not a social person.
That is a total lie. In fact,
okay.
It's usually the one thing that people say about me often.
That you're a social person?
Very social person.
Is this work environment?
No.
Are these your friends?
Yes.
Because they're your friends. I don't know.
No. See, I don't understand. Okay.
I'm just okay. You know what, Greg? I don't think that you can't talk to people. I just think that it's not as open as me. I think that you're not randomly talking to strangers unless they proactively have a conversation with you first.
Yeah, I'm not going up to people just to talk to them.
I can.
But that's because I think that's weird.
I think that's high maintenance that you expect that people only supposed to talk to you in order for you to speak to them.
No, I think that's not high. I don't think that's a maintenance at all. Just don't talk to me if you don't have nothing to say to me. What the hell are you talking to me for if you have nothing to say to me?
Because you don't know what we're going to talk about until we talk.
What are you talking to me? If I'm walking down the street, what are you possibly talking to me for?
Talk about the day, the weather.
Yeah, I am not your friend to do that with.
But you don't think that's high maintenance?
No.
You don't think that someone needs to have a reason to just say hello or that you have a nice...
No, you can say hello and I say hello back. Actually, I'm the one that's... when I make eye contact with somebody, I'm like, hey, how's it going?
Okay.
Or, have a good day.
Okay.
I'm not sitting there saying, hey, how's the weather?
So you think that's low maintenance?
I don't think that's a maintenance at all.
You just explained to me that I'm so bubbly and stuff like that when people...
I said people can find that to be high maintenance.
Because I want to talk to them?
Yes.
And because you think it's low maintenance because people know that you don't want to talk to them?
Yeah, actually it could be considered high maintenance too. Because they think I'm standoffish.
That's what I've been trying to get at this whole time. I'm happy that you answered it for yourself. So,
But you don't... Okay.
What?
No, I'm just saying, you don't see how yours can be high maintenance?
How? Because I'm actually interacting in conversation.
Yeah.
I use emotional intelligence where if someone is not engaging with me, I know when to walk away or end the conversation. I'm not literally talking to someone and they don't want to talk to me back. We haven't met anybody that initially met me that didn't like me. Now, we met people that have known me that might not like me. But anybody that we've initially met usually likes me.
What was that noise?
Well, I'm just saying that you have either underestimated the thought process of this woman.
You don't think I prepared?
This is too much.
This is every week, bro.
I'm ready.
The gist of this conversation is that I'm right and y'all wrong.
Gigi.
Fist bump?
And I'm hot. My vagina's sweating. I don't got no underwear on. Greg, don't touch me. I don't got no underwear on. Oh my God, we recorded. Jesus Christ.
What does that have to do with anything?
I don't know. The juices might flow out of my pants. I don't know. I don't have any security. I'm fucked up right now. If I sweat too much, my pussy gonna smell like goddamn, and then I'm gonna carry the goddamn with me. And all I gotta do is, and then it fuck up a whole space. You ever smelled sweaty pussy before? Well, some men like sweaty pussy, so shut us down. Yeah. No, it depends on the sweat and the pussy.
I like having sex right after the gym.
It depends on the sweat and the pussy. I smell some pussy and I said,
no, see, that's not sweat. That's just bad hygiene.
Okay.
Because I think sweaty, like if you clean, like I'm I'm going to stake my flag on this.
Yeah, go ahead.
If you are cleaning yourself properly daily, if you decide to work out, you will just have sweaty pussy.
Yes.
And it will have a stench. But it doesn't have like a fish smell. It's not something that you feel like you need to put an X over in front of because it smells. No. That means you ain't clean. Something is nasty.
I don't know. I guess I just don't like my pussy smelling sweaty. I just don't like sweaty pussy. I like my pussy feeling fresh. Like I like when I rub on my pussy and I smell nothing. That's a good pussy. I don't want to swipe it and I smell something from yesterday or earlier today. I don't want to smell nothing like that. I want it to be so fresh that if you put your tongue in there and it come back out, you think you missed the clean. That's the type of pussy I like.
That's only after shower.
Well, that's why I always take showers.
You can't take a shower every like 24 hours.
If I know I'm about to have sex, I do. Most of the time, I know I'm gonna have sex. Yes, and if I don't, then I'm always gonna go into the bathroom and freshen up. I don't think like
even freshened up pussy got to smell.
Freshen up pussy got to smell. Mm-hmm. Yes, like it's not fully clean.
Yeah,
but it's not. It's different.
It's certain smells are acceptable.
I understand that, but I don't like my pussy smelling sweaty.
And I wouldn't even call it a smell, because you got smells. That's just a scent.
Yes, but like I don't know, and maybe because like I said, Greg, right? Like
at a hard day's work,
like,
you gonna go shower before you have sex? Even if maybe just walk through the door, he want you to bust it open.
No, I've done that, and sometimes I've done worse than that. But I'm talking about my preference. I'm not saying that I haven't done it.
Oh,
my preference is I just want to be able because if I smell some, I don't know if you smell it the same way I smell it because I know my body. Right? If I'm used to my body smelling a certain way and it's just off when we out here just living our best lives, or bitch took a shit and now, even though she wiped it,
yeah, that's different.
It's it's still not as fresh. You know, that it gets you a little stench when you're trying to open it.
I think that's still a matter of hygiene.
Okay. You ever farted a little bit and you feel like you almost doodle on yourself?
Absolutely.
Okay, so that can happen too.
I'm not saying that it can't.
So even if you had the greatest hygiene and you almost poop on yourself, great.
It's different.
It's not different because if you still want me to bust it wide open, I'm talking about a dirty ass.
Yeah.
Okay, but I feel like they connected.
They not.
You saying that your ass is thinking your pussy be fine?
I've never been.
You say the pussy smell good, but the ass is crazy.
I can't comment on
That's that. Crazy. Let's just stay in the front, cause I can't go back there. This shit. No, sir, Greg. No.
Yeah, I can't comment.
If the ass think the pussy ain't too far, and if the pussy think the ass definitely ain't right. It's not. It's a twofer. They connected to the body, unless you shit it. And if you don't wipe right, especially sometimes some people use baby wipes. Sometimes I do, but usually I get in the shower after I doodle. You could have that little, just a little thing.
Just that was just TMI right there. Like, just tea.
It happens.
Too much information.
It happens. Right. Especially like I remember my cousin told me about this time she did anal and she doodled on herself. Like he was in her ass.
And she pooped while he was inside.
And when he came out, it was this doodle. It was just leaking out. I don't know what they did. I just at that moment I realized that
would be my first question to her.
I think he was finished. I think he was finished anyway. I think like after he finished and then he came out, he pulled out the ass, and then they started.
The condom was brown.
Yo, I don't know. I hope they use condoms. She do got 3 kids. She got 4 kids.
Yeah. Welcome to Just a Conversation with Greg and Gigi. I'm the person that talk first.
Don't doodle on yourself.
And I'm joined by
Gigi. I never doodled on myself. I peed on myself though. That's the story of it. So.
How are you, Gigi?
Huh?
How are you?
You know what? Stressed the fuck out at this point. This week was very trying. Had another death in my friend family dynamic. July 2023 has been. Y'all just need to throw it away. Bring me back to the pandemic. I'll just stay my ass home in a cocoon and mind my business because I feel like everybody was safe then. We back outside and shit is real. I've been really, what's the word? Melancholy, maybe? Melancholy. And that's probably because of the death. But even just like life in itself, like it just hasn't been, life has been life-ing, but not in the direction that I needed to life. But I did talk to my aunt today, and she told me that I need to be strong. And then, like, there are going to be times where things try to set you back, but you have to become resilient. You have to realize that you are the best that you can be, and you have to try to move forward. Because shit happens every day, B. And there's things that may even happen worse to other people, and not to always compare, because my struggles is my struggles, your struggles are your struggles. But you have to see that light. You can't just stay in that space. And it's easier said than done, because when you're in that space, the light seems so far away and so dim. But when someone tries to speak that life into you and try to show you that the light is more closer than you think, it's very inspirational, and gave me some type of oomph to kind of get through the rest of this year. So shout outs to you, Auntie Fifi. But yeah, outside of that, fuck these niggas, make money. How you, Greg? How are you, Greg? I ain't fucking niggas and making money. Shit, bitch broke. I'm about to do some feet. But you want to look at my toes? You know, millionaires have like 5 streams of income.
They do. Mm-hmm. They do indeed.
Yes, they do. I'm next. How are you, Greg?
Frustrated.
You out here fucking bitches and getting money?
No, I'm not doing any of that.
I'm so sorry. He's not fucking bitches and getting money.
No, I am poor.
As he's wearing a Gucci hat. I just need you to understand. Like, it's really hard. You sound like that white man that be wearing like all the little struggle clothes, but got like $1 million house in the back, and a Benz, and a Bentley.
This hat was a gift.
That's what he say to the bitches.
I would not buy.
That's how he tells y'all he don't got no money. But just think about it. Somebody's able to gift him a Gucci hat. What type of gifts he give him?
In the right circles, man.
Hey, that's millionaire circles. You tell him.
Wish.
You tell him that you a mogul, Greg. Tell Jay-Z to step aside, Greg. About to buy this Colts team.
I wish.
Greg got it. Greg got it. He got it.
I don't. I'm poor.
That's how he. That's what people with money. Poor. People with money say that. That's how you stay with money. Yes.
No, you act like you're poor. Don't say you're poor.
Okay. Well, you know what? Words have power, so I need you to stop saying that.
I'm not poor. No, I'm not poor.
No. He's out here buying Bentleys and stuff.
God has blessed me. He continues to bless me.
Amen. You know what I'm saying? He got 2 of them. His and hers.
You okay?
I'm ad-libbing for you. I'm trying to let them know that you got it, Greg.
It's terrible ad-libs.
You don't got it, his and hers?
No.
Not yet. He working on it.
You want to jump into some topics?
Greg, why you acting like you don't got it?
I don't got it.
With your Movado.
This is not Movado.
That's what y'all say. Y'all see that's a Movado one.
Movados are not even expensive.
I think for someone that don't care for watches, a Movado is expensive. Rolex is absolutely expensive.
Got you.
But I feel like the tier, like for Movado, is like once you get there, you know that you could see a Rolex if you wanted to.
Yeah.
Outside of that, no.
No, I think
there's different tiers of Rolexes, of course.
Yeah, and there's
different tiers of Movados.
Yeah, like the highest. From what I've seen, the most I've seen a Movado watch cost is like $800.
No, Greg. $800 for a Movado? No, Greg. I even have one. I actually have one, but that was a gift. Yeah. That was absolutely a gift.
When did you get it? I'm talking about because the value of a Movado watch has dropped.
I don't know. Like it was a gift, and the gift. I'll tell y'all the full story. One of my good friends, best friend, shout out to you, Kristen. She got married, and before she got married, her husband had gifted her a Movado watch, and then for their anniversary, he gifted her a his and hers Movado watch. Fast forward, they divorced. She now has 2 Movado watches. She does have 2 hands. She only want to wear 1 watch, and that's when the best friend come through. We twins now. Got me a Movado.
I'm sorry, yeah, the highest right now is like 1,500.
I would think so. Really?
Mm-hmm. Because the value of the Movado brand itself has fell significantly since like.
Oh wow! Yes, because they were not these.
Because yeah,
$400.
At one point they were bread.
Yes, grands. Yeah. You had to spend grands. Now, granted, not Rolex grands, but like at least 13, 15, 17, even 25.
Yeah,
that's crazy.
Like when I was in college, that's how much they were. But they've dropped significantly.
OMG! All right, yeah, I see like one that's like $11.95.
Mm-hmm. I think their highest right now is probably like 16. Like 1,600.
That's crazy. Okay, well, sorry, Movado. I don't know what happened. Do you know what happened? Oh no! I found one that is 32. That's the highest.
Let me see.
And that's men. But I feel like if you're gonna start going there, then I would start looking for.
I wouldn't buy no damn Movado.
That's so crazy. Boo said the same thing. He's like, he wanted a Rolex. He wouldn't get a Movado.
I won't get a Rolex either.
Says the man that's wearing a Gucci hat.
That was a gift. That's because of the diamond dust.
It doesn't matter. It's just that there's a
No, I know.
with this.
No, I was looking to see why it was so much.
I understand what you're saying. Oh, you could get it on the firm for $206. You not even.
Yeah, I wouldn't get a watch that got diamonds in it either. You want to know why? Because the hood has made me realize. You ever see people like hood niggas get those big face watches and you know they fake?
Yeah.
Yeah, and I feel like every watch that, like, even if it's real, look like that to me.
Understood. But I can tell you, like, even with this Movado, I hate it because the one thing about a Movado is that it usually only has 1 diamond.
And that guy like diamonds all up.
Yeah, I don't like that. You now did too much, and that's why you got to spend us 32. And nobody want that because that's not the Movado. That's not the signature of it.
Nah.
You know someone got the Movado when you see that 1 diamond in no type of time. Y'all don't know what time it is, but you know it's a Movado.
Yeah, like my favorite. Like I did eye a Movado watch once. It was a gold one.
With the silver or like white gold. I don't think they have a white gold one, but I know it was like silver.
It was gold and the band was solid. It was like no links. It was solid. The face was black with the with like only 1 diamond on the 12. No, it wasn't even on the 12. It was just in the middle, like it normally is. Yeah, that shit was nice. But,
yeah.
So, you want to jump into topics?
Yeah, sure.
I can start. See, look,
look, even this one, this sapphire one is 21.
That's pretty nice.
I like that one too. Okay, sorry.
That's fine. So we all have heard of the term locked in, being locked in, right? The topic is it a good thing or a bad thing to be locked in, whether in a relationship, in your job, any business endeavors? Like, is it okay to have tunnel vision? Is it a good thing or a bad thing to have tunnel vision in those kind of situations?
Famous Gigi answer, yes and no.
Of course.
I think that with anything that you do, I think there's a time and place to be locked in. I think that if, hypothetically speaking, in relationships, I think it'd be great to be locked in once you've already got your financial secured, like your lifestyle secured. You're not really looking for anybody to do anything for you. You're just looking for somebody to compliment you. So for you now to get locked into a relationship makes sense to me. To get locked into a relationship, you still don't got no job, you don't know what you're doing next, or you don't even know what the plan is for yourself, then I feel like that relationship becomes a distraction because now you haven't had enough time to focus on yourself. Because once you're in a relationship, it's no longer about you, it's about us. And so yes, I might want to do these things, which should still be respected. But if I'm not doing these things because I'm so focused on what you want to do and what how we're gonna do it, and I'm not focused on anything about me, that could become super toxic.
So in that situation, you say it's not good to be locked in.
Yeah, I think that. So if you have everything like locked in on your own without needing somebody, being locked in a relationship, I think that's not a problem. It's when you don't have everything kind of right together and being locked in a relationship and not knowing if you're going right or left or even know what tomorrow's going to bring you. I think that's a detriment to yourself.
What's your definition of locked in?
Totally focused. I was going to use an example and I probably would offend it. Someone is that aware that their relationship is now a priority. Now, if they have children, then it's their children and their relationship. But their relationship has now become their priority.
This is only in regards to a relationship or just in general?
No, you said locked in.
Yeah, I'm saying like what, like, so locked in could also be like, I'm locked into my job right now. Mm-hmm. Like, I'm like here, like I'm hyper focused on the task at hand.
I was going to get there.
Nothing else. I was asking for the overall.
See, but they're different.
Okay.
Because so relationships is that. Mm-hmm. When it comes to work, I think that everyone should have a moment of being locked in, especially if something is for your craft, for survival, or just maintaining your lifestyle. When it comes to work, I think the only way that it becomes detrimental is if things are being sacrificed for it. Now, some things should be sacrificed because sometimes in order to sacrifice to be great, it happens. But if you decided to be in a relationship and your relationship is now being affected because you want to be locked in and there's no communication for that person to support you in that locked in period, because sometimes you got to let your person do their thing in order for the greater good. For the greater good of us. Mm-hmm. If I don't allow you to shut the world out and do whatever you need to do or focus on your craft, how can you ever get better if you're so worried about me or our lives? But I do trust that that there are times where being locked into your job could be a detriment to your relationship if you're in a relationship. Are you laughing at me? Why are you laughing at me, Greg?
I don't think you think it's good to be locked in.
Why you say that? I know. I have an idea of what you're saying, and I even know the person that you may even be thinking about. But I don't think that's fair, because I think that
I'm confused. I have no idea.
Oh, I do. Well, because I feel like in that scenario, if I'm thinking about the person I'm thinking about, it's not about I want them to be locked in their craft. I actually want them to be great. I just want them to use their communication effectively with me in order for me to support them in it. Because you can't tell me that you locked in or working if I don't know that's what you're doing. Okay,
so let me clarify something.
Okay.
Right? And I think I'm gonna change your opinion on it.
Okay.
So when I think of the word locked in, and this is just across the board, it's like you're tunnel vision. Nothing else matters. You are letting no room or opportunity for anything else to happen.
I've seen you been there.
Yeah, exactly. I've done it before.
Mm-hmm. In different facets.
Absolutely, in different areas of my life too.
That's the facets.
Okay. Can't deal with you. And when you're that locked in, I don't think nothing good comes from it.
In work,
relationship, life, none of it. I think you need, because now just going back to my definition of hyper focus, nothing is let in, which means nothing is let out either. So I could give you an example of being hyper focused in a relationship where you put your all into this one person, like everything, like you cut off your friends. Like your friends want to hang out, you're like, no, because you got to be there with them. You stop doing the things that you like to do. You lose part of yourself, and that there's nothing good that could come from that.
And that's what I'm saying. I think, and I agree with you.
This is my definition of lock. That's why I think, and even with like work is the same way. I think you should prioritize things, of course. And just be organizing your thoughts and the things that you want to do, and I think you can still achieve the same amount of success, in whatever field you want without needing to be like with my definition of focused and locked in.
See, even with your definition, because I even think about me, I can even see me being a workaholic, because if I like what I'm doing, I will do it all the time if I have the opportunity to do it. So I have seen myself locked into work, and that actually helped me get promoted or even benefit me more than I thought it would.
You locked into work to the point where you was like, no, I need a break. I need to, like, I'm not myself. I'm missing people. I'm not seeing people. I've seen you like have those thoughts too when you're locked in.
Yeah,
that's what I'm saying. It's not a good thing to always be locked in.
Okay, so it is very interesting because I'm thinking about like when, because there was like pandemic us. Like I don't know the time that really would have happened. But that also just plays more into my job wasn't paying me. They wasn't paying me. Like the idea that became more like an issue that like, oh, I'm not gonna be, because I feel like my friends will understand that if I'm trying to make better for myself, there's going to be a season. That's why I feel like locked in a permanent level is one thing than being locked in seasons. Like I can't breeze by and think I'm gonna get promoted or make more money if I don't get locked into what I'm doing in order for me to elevate myself.
I disagree with that.
Oh, that makes sense because your lifestyle and how things have been worked out for you is different than mine.
Okay.
So what I have learned from my experience is that when I was learning how to teach myself CSS, jQuery, and JavaScript, all that, I had to get locked into that. I spent hours while I was at work, late at work, when I was at home on weekends, because I wanted to learn something. That helped me evolve into now knowing how to build a website, and now going into the idea that I became a project manager because I dealt with websites. But without that, I would have not even been noticed. I would have just been another person that's at work doing what they're supposed to do. Yeah. If I didn't go outside myself and lock in and find a craft that I liked and then teach myself, the only way I was going to learn if I locked in. If I was still trying to be with my friends, I would never be able to learn any of this.
True.
I could go get drinks, we could get lit, we could have a party, but now I'm still in the same position that I'm in because I didn't allow myself to push and learn. So I think being locked in is relative. That's why I said even with that, for that person that finds themselves overly consumed in their relationship, I feel like it's because they haven't found their own foundation on their ends. And so I feel like locked in is different for the person that already has established themselves. It's because now they realize what they need, now what they want to go forward. I use you as a perfect example. I've seen you locked in different avenues of your life. I keep trying to tell you that. And at every avenue, in order for you to unlock that next step or the next category, you have to make sure that you are okay in this. You may not be 100%, but you have to be self-sufficient or confident enough to know that you can go to another thing to lock in, and you allow yourself that opportunity. Outside of that, you would retreat, Greg. You're not going to give somebody you don't have what you don't have.
Are we talking about a relationship right now?
I'm talking about in general.
So in general,
for
like,
you,
for me, I'm gonna tell you, in the past couple of years, right, I haven't been locked into anything. I'm always gonna say my definition of locked in. I've been focused, definitely been focused in different crafts and relationships and stuff like that. I've been focused, but locked in, I haven't, because I used to, and it brought me no good, none whatsoever, none. Like, I lost friends, I lost opportunities.
It wasn't your
friends. I stressed myself out. Okay. But it's like, because of that, like, I guess, like I said, it's all predicated on what my definition.
I still think you kind of low key locked in, but
I'm not locked in at all.
Well, the door was unlocked, so now we know. But you definitely locked in.
What? No.
Fist bump. I was screaming.
You're an ass. But yeah, past couple of years I've just learned how to focus when I need to on the things that I need to focus on, and then make sure I leave room for everything else.
I love that for you. I ain't locked into shit except being better right now. I want to be better. I like when I am locked in, though. I feel like people really get to see like my passion when you see me locked in, because I really enjoy what I'm doing, whether it's a nigga or whether it's work. Like, you can see that, and I like that. But I feel like to piggyback on what you're saying is that too much of something can be a problem.
Absolutely.
but I think it's just how you see it. Because I believe that a person that is really trying to make money in America or even trying to create their own business will have a moment where they have to shut the world out because they have to move forward. They can't let distractions allow them to get to that point where they're even like on a stepping stool. So now they've been able to like focus instead of being locked in.
See, I just think that's what we've been conditioned to. I don't think that's
I don't think people lock in anymore.
I think
social media has made ADHD on an all-time high. Like being locked in and having the capability of having access to making your own money, finding these remote jobs. Like no one stays in one place for long periods of time anymore.
It's crazy. I was just talking to one of my mentees about that. I was like, dog, if I looked at you, if I was hiring you, you showed me your resume, I would not hire you.
Yes, because you probably see 6 jobs and he was there for 3 months.
Absolutely. And
that's what I'm saying. Like that's the mentality that we have. So locked in, all they gotta do is, you want me to come into work? I don't like that. I'm gone. Like nobody's locked in anymore. And if they're locked in, it's trying to be a TikTok, YouTube, or Instagram.
So yeah, but I was mainly referring to the people that you were saying about to be a millionaire in America, you gotta lock in and cut people, like cut the world off or whatever.
No, I just said millionaires have 5 streams of income. I don't know what millionaires do yet, but I know some.
No, you okay?
They don't.
I just think there's multiple ways to skin a cat, and I think if you want to be great, there's ways you can do that without needing to cut everybody or cut anything out. To be honest with you, I don't think. I know everybody keeps saying, not everybody. I know people who have said that you got to sacrifice in order to be great. I don't agree with that.
I agree with that. I think that some people need to reevaluate and realize some things that are holding you back is because you're worried about the wrong things.
Well, you put it that way, sure.
You're putting there's wrong people in your life.
That, like, to me, that's not sacrifice.
You ever realize that there's a lot of people? You are the 5 people that you are around, Greg. Right? And when you and I'm not saying you specifically, but I'm talking to you. But if you realize that everybody outside of yourself ain't shit, how do you end up being more?
That's not really a sacrifice. That's just you coming to grips of realizing the situation.
Yes, because sacrifices means just because you may have not reached these doesn't mean that you're not a good friend. Doesn't mean that you're not somebody that I know that supports me. But I also believe that I need to change the people around me so I can excel in where I'm at. No, so I will have to maybe sacrifice this relationship, not because you're a bad person or you did anything wrong, but because you're just not somebody that's going to help me or support me or even allow me to get some advice to be in a different stage because you still looking up at me.
And to that person who thinks that's a sacrifice, that is not a sacrifice.
You don't think somebody that you care about that's not?
You are doing I think you are just coming to a realization that these niggas ain't shit.
And that's not a sacrifice because you care about them.
I think for me it's okay. Let me stop pouting and being an asshole. Yes, in the definition of the word sacrifice, you're 1,000% correct. But in my mind, which is clearly not the mind of everybody else, but in my mind, that's not a sacrifice. That's just like a good for you, buddy. I think a sacrifice is something that you enjoy. And that's why I agree to the sacrifice in the literal terms. Mm-hmm. But sometimes even the things you enjoy is not good for you. So you should remove it.
So you sacrifice.
I said in the literal terms, yes.
Yeah, so that's what I'm saying. So you're letting go of a friend. Like I said, the friend didn't do nothing to you. You just know that they're not conducive to the lifestyle that you're trying to get to.
Yeah, you're right. I'm just saying in my mind.
It's not a sacrifice. That's just revelations.
Absolutely, I could not think of the word. Yeah,
amen.
It is a revelation.
I gotta let this nigga go.
Like, it's
I wanna leave.
It is A-okay.
But you gotta go right now.
I won't be back to hold you down.
Yes, you will.
No, I won't.
Yes, you will. I know if one of your friends needed you, you would be there.
Yeah, but I'm not getting rid of any of them. If I was getting rid, when you crossed me, you lost me. In most cases.
Don't offend Greg.
Don't. It's not nice.
It's not.
Because I don't offend people. That's not true.
In their face.
That's not true either.
Okay. I know you said some shit that you probably would never tell the other niggas.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah. So he don't give a fuck. He would have hurt your feelings a long time ago, but he cared. Sacrifice.
It's called having tact.
Okay. I like it. Anything else? You want to go into mine? Okay. So mine's what?
Are we doing Sam?
That's what we talked about.
Okay. I was making sure.
Okay. So for anyone that tuned into our last episode, we're talking about Sam and Suzie. What I realized is that Sam and Suzie, we only talk to Suzie, but I feel like that we need to talk to Sam. So this is going to be the episode that we're going to talk to Sam. If you didn't listen to the episode, I'll give you a short scenario. Basically, Suzie has been getting played for a long period of time, and she's thinking about leaving, but she still hasn't left. And we discussed the idea that Suzie should be leaving and how she should leave. We don't want her to kill him. But I wanted to talk about Sam. I wanted to talk about if Sam was your friend, Greg, and you knew that Sam was outside and got a dirty dick and keep going to his wife, how would you respond to him?
Realistically?
Well, I don't know if his dick really dirty. I don't. But
realistically,
yeah.
Okay.
What? Wait. No. What am I supposed to say? Pottedly?
No, because I could have been in this situation.
Okay.
Could have stayed in the scenario.
Okay.
Because I've actually experienced this.
This is good. So you know, the Sam was outside or Suzie was outside?
Sam was outside.
Sam was outside. Okay.
Told Sam you need to cut the shit. Mm-hmm. Like, this is not cool. It's going to end bad for you.
Yeah.
Greatly, Sam listened to me, but let's just say Sam didn't listen to me. I would cut Sam off as a friend,
even if you have nothing to do with Suzie.
Yeah.
Why?
Because that's integrity.
So you know that you believe that a man that cheat on his woman would steal from you?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, that's fucked up.
You think a person that would cheat was? Well, I guess if you would cheat, you steal, you lie. That's it. That's crazy.
If anybody don't know my stance on cheating, I don't condone cheating.
I just feel like there are men that cheat that are like, they're good all the other ways. They just happen to.
Ah, well.
What if he gives you like a good plausible reason? Like,
there's no good reason to cheat.
Suzie ain't shit. Suzie don't cook. She don't take care of our kids.
Leave Suzie.
But we married.
And get separated. Get a divorce. If Suzie ain't shit, then leave her.
Why do you think it's so easy to leave somebody?
I don't think it's easy to leave anybody.
So like, why would you think? You think because if he decides to cheat, he's already left her?
Yes. You ever heard somebody say, "I still love you"? How?
Yeah. Because sex is an action, right? And sometimes sex doesn't always have to deal with feelings.
And who said it's just sex though?
Well, then that's what I'm saying. Well, you're right, because in the scenario, Sam could have been out here trying to wipe these bitches. So for you, Sam, you gonna tell Sam, I'm gonna need you to chill out, even if you don't know Suzie like that. But that I need you to be great, because the way that you're coming off is actually messing up the integrity of our relationship.
Absolutely.
And that's because he's being honest with you, or is because you found out?
Even if you told me honesty, either in either situation.
Because he felt confident enough, or not confident. He felt
he respected me enough to tell me.
To tell you
and
the
I
truth.
Appreciate that.
And you wouldn't be like,
no, because I would hope that they would know that out of respect, I'm going to tell you, dumb nigga, stop.
Or leave her. I hear that. If Sam was my friend,
go be great, Sam.
If Sam is my friend, I like what you said, because I would understand that, Greg.
It's okay to.
But if I don't have a relationship with Suzie, the only thing I could do is support Greg. Greg is not Sam. So sorry, Greg.
Greg is far from Sam.
Yeah. But I'm still the same person that will help my friend hide a dead body, allegedly. So I'm gonna support my friends. Now, I feel like if
thick or thin?
Huh?
Like thick or thin, you gonna support your friends? That's concerning.
If they never gave me a reason not to trust them, I don't have a reason not to trust them until I don't.
He's cheating.
Everybody cheat.
Everybody don't cheat.
Everybody's been cheated or cheated on. I don't cheat.
I don't cheat either.
All right. But what I'm trying to say to you is that even though I'll tell him like, oh, no. One, I would probably find a reason why he would want to do it, to be honest with you. But at this moment in time, he's already done it. So he's just telling me the aftermath. Second, I probably would ask why hasn't he left instead of having to cheat. But I'm not gonna lie. I'm just gonna say I need you to keep your eyes open, your eyes open, head up high, and I need you to watch yourself because Suzie might kill you if you keep playing and get caught up.
Can we make this a little bit more personal?
Okay.
It's me that's cheating.
You're cheating, Greg? It's not in your character.
Okay.
You don't know how to cheat, Greg.
Sure. Okay. But I'm cheating. You wouldn't hold my feet to the fire?
Sorry. I put it too close to my mouth. Greg is cheating. See, it's different because I would know why you would be cheating.
There's no reason to cheat.
Well, if you're cheating, there's a reason.
Because I'm a low maintenance nigga.
You're not that man. You're not even a cheater.
Can you stay in the scenario?
I'm trying to stay in the scenario, but I'm just trying to say, like, if you did cheat, I'm telling you who you are in the scenario. If you did cheat, there would be a reason. Because before you would cheat, you would leave the person.
But that's the problem. For me, there is no reason to cheat.
But you are. And that's the scenario that we're in.
And this is,
if you believe that there's no reason for you to cheat and if you had to leave before you cheat, but now you're in a scenario where you're cheating, Greg?
You're confusing me.
No. You're not a cheater. You don't see a reason to cheat. Am I right?
No.
I'm wrong?
Do you believe there's reasons to cheat? Okay. Then that's the disconnect of the whole. Ooh, shit.
Yeah.
That's the disconnect of the whole
Is it right?
conversation.
It doesn't mean that it's right.
Got it.
I don't think it's okay. I'm not trying to be out here cheating, but there's absolutely reasons to cheat.
Okay. That's fair.
And I feel like for you, personally, if you felt like you needed to cheat, there would have to be a reason. There would be no reason for you to even come to me and tell me that you was cheating because you would have left the girl before you even got to that place. But the fact that you did, oh, Greg, you thought this through. And I know the money is flowing. Because I won't say daddy Warbucks.
The money is flowing.
Yeah.
What?
In order for you to cheat properly, you got to get that change, Greg.
Shut up. What is wrong with you?
What do you mean what's wrong with me? That's the truth.
That's off mic.
That's the truth. Greg, it's got to be the truth. You got to have a little bit of change in your pocket because you're not going to go for no low maintenance. Matter of fact, in the cheating area, Greg, I don't see you as a cheater. But if you did, I support you, Greg.
So you... Okay.
I don't think cheating is right.
Take it off of me.
All right, now
it's off. It's off. I'm off. It's off of me. I'm even take it off. Yeah.
Is Suzie my friend?
No. Suzie is not your friend.
Okay.
I just had a question now, right?
Okay.
As far as your interaction with your friends.
Yes.
Do you hold your friends accountable?
Absolutely.
Do you care about the integrity of your friends?
Absolutely.
So if they were cheating, whether you found the reason justifiable or not, you would still be their friend if they continue to do it? Because to me, it's similar to you have a friend who's a crack addict, and you tell
that
him
is completely different.
You think so?
Absolutely, because there's different avenues how you deal with different things. A shitty father may be a great husband and may be great at work, but he's just a shitty father. A shitty husband could be a great father and be great at work. A person that sucks at work could be a great father. Like there's different avenues and where you are your best selves. No, but I'm giving you my thing is that person that cheated may be great as a friend, as a worker, everything, and that's just a situation that they're in, and that's what.
So you could compartmentalize.
Absolutely, because if I say that someone, I'm gonna use an example, someone is a bad friend to me, does that take away that they're not a good mother or father? Does that take away that they're not a good spouse? Nothing. It just means that their relationship with me is fucked up. Doesn't mean that the relationship with anybody else or any type of entity is messed up. Just my relationship with them specifically is messed up.
Okay.
So in that same situation, if that person is cheating on them, and mind you, That person is my friend. Now, if the person that's being cheated on is my friend, that's different. If I even knew both of them, that might even put me in a different space because now I've already gotten to know your spouse. I know Susie. I'm aware of her. Like, all this bullshit that you treated me, I know that's not the person that you are. I'm going to check you. But if I don't know nothing about Susie, except that she's a woman that you happen to be with, I can only offend.
So that's but that's the thing, right? So I'm thinking about, I guess, the hierarchy of people.
Okay.
Right? If you treat your kids like shit, I'm gonna think you're just a shit person. That's your kids, right? If you're deciding to be in a romantic relationship with this person, and maybe just because of my standard of what it takes to be in a relationship with someone, and let alone to have kids with them and marry them, and you treat her like that, I don't care how you treat me. You're a shit person because you're a shit person. No, I don't, because your relationship with me, I'm automatically questioning how you treat me now. Because if the person that you are supposed to have had married and have kids with, and you call this woman the mother of your kids, not only are you treating her like shit, but now you're treating your kids like shit because of what you're doing to their mother. How can I possibly look at you and think that you're going to treat me like you're a shit person?
Okay, I'm going to agree with you to a certain extent, Greg, because I think that your mentality of every man being with the mother of their child or even marrying them, like that's the fantasy that everyone feels. There are men that run through women and have kids that don't care for the woman or care for the kids that they have. So like in a realistic situation,
I was talking about
even in a situation where a man's marrying we don't know why they got married. Maybe somebody needed their papers. Like maybe they did some shit and they needed to make sure that they have, with like marriage privilege or whatever that thing is. Like it could be so far-fetched in that. But even if it isn't.
Are you leaving the scenario?
No, I'm giving you. No.
Because I understand all those circumstances happen.
Yeah. No, but with Sam and Suzie,
that's why I was
Sam ain't shit.
That's why
Sam is wrong.
I was talking about the person who was like
yes, but my thing is if I knew Sam and I knew Suzie, right? Because my thing is if I only know Sam, I only know his side. I don't know anything that's going on outside of that. Even if I'm around them, I only know the information that Sam's gives me. Unless I'm in their face 24/7 or I have a relationship with Suzie, there's nothing that I can honestly say or do outside of the fact that if I truly believe that it's a problem, I would say it. But I think that anybody that I really hold close, if they made a decision for them, the only thing I could do is support. Now, if it becomes a detriment to their lives, their children, or anything like that, I think I would say something. But it's not for me.
But it is. It already is at this point.
How?
Because I'm back on Sam and Suzie.
That's the only
okay,
yeah, we
cool.
on Sam and Suzie.
And I don't have a relationship with Suzie at all.
Okay.
I don't know Suzie from a can of paint. Only time I met Suzie was at your wedding when you introduced me, and she would use like, "This is my wife." Like, cool, right? All right. I know her.
Yeah.
I know her enough.
You know of her.
I know of her enough to the point where you decided to commit your life to this woman.
Because he explains to you how much he's in love with her.
Absolutely.
Okay. In that scenario, that's what Sam did.
This is what Sam has done.
Sam, yes.
And this is the only way I know Suzie. I don't know Suzie other than that. So that's what you tell me, and then you have kids with her. Right?
Yes.
And now you coming to me and telling me I've been cheating on her.
It sounds like somebody you know already. Go ahead.
And I'm like, okay. I don't
know. I don't think it's really somebody else.
I hate you so much. Suzie. Yeah, I've been cheating on Suzie.
2 kids.
For no.
No, they got 4 or 5. Go ahead.
No.
Go ahead, Greg. Go. Finish. I was ad-libbing. I'm sorry.
That was terrible ad-lib.
Oh, because you know what I'm talking about? It's not Sam. Is it Sam? It's not Sam. Sam got more kids than that. Go ahead. Am I wrong?
Why are you doing?
Am I wrong though?
Yes, all the way wrong.
I'm all the way wrong?
Yes.
Oh, okay. Just give Sam that opportunity.
Wow. What is wrong with you?
Nothing. Nobody. Keep going, Greg. Why can't you just?
Because I can't. How can I keep going?
Why?
Because if I know.
Yeah, but we the only people that know. So keep going.
But that's hard to do.
It's okay. I was just being funny, Greg. I literally don't. I don't know anything.
I know you don't.
Okay.
That's not.
You think that Sam would cheat?
No.
Oh, okay. He thought about it. I
I ain't got no more.
Come on, Sam. So come on, Sam. I'm screaming.
Listen here, Susie.
No, we're not talking to Susie. We talked to Susie in the last episode.
Susie,
we're talking to
did
Sam.
You leave Susie?
No, she didn't leave yet. Sam, focus on Sam. We're focused on Sam.
I can't focus on Sam anymore. Thanks a lot.
All right, so I have another question then. So my next question is, do you think Sam knows what he's doing? And do you think he would stop? And would there be a reason for him to stop?
Clearly not.
He doesn't know what he's doing?
No, clearly he won't stop. I think he got to know what he's doing.
He knows what he's doing, but you don't think he's going to stop?
Yeah, if he would have, I think you get away with what you can get away with.
And that was I agree, because I was going to say one more. There's one more question after that. I think that if Sam did stop working, he would stop.
Yeah.
But I also believe that because he's gotten into this womanizer like fantasy in his head, that if Dick stopped working, he would still try to prove a point to himself.
I don't even think he got anything to do with his dick. I think if something traumatic was to happen to him, he get into a car accident, he needs to be on bed rest, he needs somebody to take care of him. That's the only way he's gonna stop.
Not true.
You don't think so?
No. I think that he will accept the idea that Susie want to be there for him, but once he's healed, and I'm just gonna use me. Like when I got into my car accident, and I was down for a long period of time. But when I was ready to be outside, when I was able to heal, when I was able to walk again, I was able to drive again. I'm coming out. I want the world to know. Got to
Sam?
let it show. Dun, dun. That's what?
So you Sam?
That's what
You're Sam?
I'm Sam? No.
Samantha?
I'm just giving you an example of using that traumatic event. Like that wouldn't have changed his because I'll answer it more in the last question that I have. I don't think that would have changed him. I think that Susie, just knowing like the story in general, Susie has always been there for him. Mm-hmm. Susie has always showed up. If we knew both of them, we would have been like, she's 10 toes down, she's a rider. Mm-hmm. There would be no reason why you would think anybody would cheat on her. But we've also explained that whether you're ugly, pretty, or indifferent, you still could get cheated on. My question to Sam would be, why do you feel like you need to cheat? And if it's something that Susie is doing, why don't you think, one, having a conversation with her about it, two, deciding that if an open relationship is how you're able to function, see if she's open about it, and three, if you think that having sex with multiple women or establishing these relationships is fulfilling to you, then you need to let Susie go. You can still take care of your kids, and you can still be a thought.
You have a beautiful mind.
What? Because having an open relationship like all that? What?
I just think it's dope how you get to those kind of conclusions.
I think that if I find out that my man is cheating, well, no, I'm gone. No.
I'm about to say, let's not that.
I think like the thought process of why, when, how, kind of like goes out the door. Because at this point,
no why.
It'd be hard for me to trust you again, and I probably would end up cheating. Now we're just two people in a toxic relationship. But if I was a friend of somebody that got cheated on and they wanted to stay, and that's a difference. Because there's some people that get cheated on, they leave. They don't got to ask no questions. And there's people that get cheated on and they stay. For the people that want to stay, I want them to have that conversation with their spouse. So Susie, I know we're still talking to Sam, but Susie, if you are not planning on leaving or don't want to leave or have this inkling in your mind that one day Sam will change, I need you to open the conversation to something that he's clearly not monogamous. He's definitely dabbling into other areas in, what is the word? I don't even know what the word is.
He fucking other people.
Yes. And maybe you guys need to have a conversation. And Sam come to me that he don't want her to fuck anybody else. That's how I feel. I feel like Sam is the man that's outside, but he want to come inside. He don't want his girl to smell like outside at all. Like she can't even be in the trees.
Can I just say that anybody that finds out that their significant other is cheating, because I'm not going to even put it on the gender anymore.
Yeah.
If you find out your significant other is cheating and you allow your significant others to come back to you and tell you that they was cheating, and you still want to stay with them and then be open to an open relationship, I think I got more questions for you than them.
Yeah, because, look, Greg,
power to you.
Love is illogical.
Very.
So
that's beyond illogical. That's like brain dead.
At that moment, like, I feel like that's why I said Susie got low-key Stockholm syndrome. I think that she knows better for herself. But but she's been in this so long that it just doesn't. Even leaving makes sense, but it's just she don't see how that makes sense because this man has literally like manipulated her. But I don't want to focus on Suzie. I want to go back to Sam because Sam is the topic at hand. I'm gonna support you, Sam.
I'm not,
but I think your dick gonna fall off. Okay, so the last question. So we did. Do you think he would stop? Would there be a reason for him to stop? And you said the only reason was if he has a traumatic event.
I'm switching that. I don't think he will stop. I don't see no. If he could get away with it, if he could continue to get away with it, even if his dick fall off or his dick stop working.
You think he gonna use his mouth?
Shit. Clearly, he just like to be outside.
He gonna come back with a bum bump.
Other ways to please a woman.
So the last question is: do you believe people only do what you allow?
Absolutely.
So I agree, but I also feel like in Stockholm syndromes or anything where I feel like someone is brainwashed or they've been in a toxic situation so long that they don't even know what's up because they've been in it so long. You ever been around somebody that smell like shit and they don't know they smell like shit because they've been smelling like shit the whole time?
That doesn't equate to me.
You ever been around somebody that smell?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. And they don't know that they smell because they've been smelling like this the whole time?
Mm-hmm. I just don't see how that equates to Stockholm.
When you are in a situation where it's so long, 20 years at that, something that you've been dealing with for maybe 10 plus years, that it no longer becomes a fight, it becomes toxicity, and you become so reserved in it. It's like you sitting in it because now, even if you weren't okay, it's happened so much. You couldn't run away from it. It literally is your lifestyle now. You don't see anything outside of that because that's what you're used to dealing with. It's like an abusive relationship where the woman gets her ass beat all the time and then you realize like, why are you going back home? And that's because that's all she know. Like, why are you putting your kids in jeopardy when you can leave? And they're like, but that's all I know. And they don't leave. You've seen that. You've seen women who clearly are in situations like, you need to get out of here. And for some reason, they can't fathom the idea that even though that's something that they should do, they stuck and they keep going back until they, God forbid, they die. And then that's when they stop. And I feel that the same thing with Suzie is that she knows she needs to get out, but there's something in there that's keep pulling her back.
I have two questions for you. And
Of course.
this will give me the answer of how.
Okay.
And I'll leave mine for later.
Okay.
But one, do you think Stockholm syndrome is avoidable?
Is avoidable?
Mm-hmm.
No.
Okay.
I think that if you get to run away after somebody kidnap you, if you happen to think about them R. Kelly victims or survivors. Okay, don't think about him peeing on them. I'm talking about the idea that some of them weren't always children. Some of them we were grown women, but they were also able to be manipulated, and then they got stuck to the point where even with things that they knew that it wasn't okay when they was outside that door, but once they got locked in, found themselves doing things that they would never think of doing.
Do you think could you ever see yourself being in that situation?
In Stockholm syndrome, I'm gonna say no, but I
Why?
think that I'm gonna say no because I want to run away. I'm gonna try to run away before they even get me in the house. But I don't think you can control that, Greg. You want me to get you about to read the definition? Okay.
So Stockholm syndrome is proposed condition in which hostages develop a psychological bond with their captors.
Yes.
It is supposed to result from a rather specific set of circumstances, namely the power imbalance contained in hostage taking, kidnapping, and abusive relationships.
Yes.
Right.
So
can
I give you an example real quick? So
sure.
You get kidnapped, right? You want to fight for your life because you want to get out.
Mm-hmm.
This person has beaten you, but after they beat you, they take your shower.
Mm-hmm.
After they take your shower, they want to feed you, they blank you, they clothe you. After that, they beat you again. Then they read you a bedtime story. They play some music on the playlist. Then they beat you again. Now they singing you songs. It becomes a thing where your captor, the person that's abusing you, has manipulated you so much. And by all means, for someone that's able to find their way out is another. But when you are not able to leave, that's where Stockholm syndrome comes from.
It's the psychological
This idea that you have broken me down to the point where even if I know that it's wrong, the only way that I'm going to survive is to appease to you.
So why do you feel like that can't happen to you?
Well, I didn't say that. I said because I'm going to run. But if I was locked in, I don't think anybody could. Well, I don't know. I can't speak for everybody, and everybody hasn't been in a hostage situation, and everybody hasn't got kidnapped. And some people still have the will and the resiliency to get out of it. But there are some people that in order for them to survive, their brain has shut down, and they now are trying to go based off of what their captor is saying.
That's what Stockholm Syndrome sounds like to me. It sounds like a survival tactic.
So let's bring Suzie into this.
So, sure.
Okay.
Why?
So Suzie, because this is the story is about Suzie and Sam, and the idea that I believe that she has some sense of Stockholm Syndrome. And now, granted, she wasn't kidnapped. I think Stockholm Syndrome could still be something where you don't realize, like I said, it's just like grooming. You don't realize that someone is literally manipulating you when. I'll use an example, and I don't know if this actually happened with Suzie and Sam. But
Sam would have had to have power over her.
But he would, because Suzie has already, how I'm seeing it is Suzie already has her insecurities as well as the idea that she has her 5-6 kids, and the person that she is in love is clearly showing them that they don't love her. Mm-hmm. And at that point, the same person that's telling that they don't love you is still want to rub on your back. The still person that's saying that they don't want to be with you is still staying in your home. The still same person that's telling you that you ain't shit is still trying to be in your space. That's manipulation on an all-time high, especially when you know that you never wanted to leave this person to begin with.
And I think that's what I'm having a hard time understanding, because I think there is a point where something, I would say something even before Sam had to trigger this.
Why you say that? What do you mean?
Because this is why I asked you, that's why I asked you, do you ever see yourself being in this kind of situation, in a Stockholm situation in general? In
kidnapping? Well, I don't think that somebody was going to kidnap me.
Something similar to this. This is more of a psychological hold. He has a psychological, he's not physically hurting her. Mm-hmm. He has a psychological hold on this woman.
Yes.
Right? And that's why I don't want you to get kidnapped or anything like that.
I don't want to get kidnapped either.
I'm saying, like, do you ever see yourself see someone having this kind of psychological hold on you? And the reason why I asked that, because even in this situation, she had to I don't want to sound insensitive or fucked up, but and this is just my logic brain, she had to allow that because something has triggered that.
Okay. Do you guys want a little bit more backstory on Suzie and Sam?
No, I don't need to. But
only because when you say that, I think that it's because something may have transpired with Suzie and Sam where Sam felt like he couldn't trust Suzie, and he's been using that for the next 15 years. He's kind of put that over her, and I think that because he has been able to use that she's accepted certain things. Not saying it is okay, because I feel like, if, like you said,
guilt tripping. That's guilt tripping.
Yes. And I think it still plays into manipulation. Because
Absolutely.
at this point, if you decided to still stay with me after you feel like you don't trust me, now it's a you thing. It's not a me thing.
A guilt trip is nothing but a manipulation.
I shouldn't have to keep apologizing for the same mistake every time. After you've now done 6, 7, 8, 25 mistakes.
Do you feel like that's a form of Stockholm Syndrome too?
What?
Like,
I think, low-key, I think they both have it. Because Sam ain't going nowhere. Sam looked like he just finding other ways.
He got the better end of it. But even
absolutely,
the guilt trip. Like, do you think guilt tripping is another form of Stockholm?
No, I just think that's manipulation.
But it sounds like, to me, Stockholm.
I could play into that, but I feel like Stockholm is more of a captor versus captive, right?
No,
meaning in a
manipulation.
Sense. Yes, but it's a different level of manipulation, because a narcissist can manipulate you. Your friends can manipulate, but you can walk away. In Stockholm Syndrome, you're not able to walk away. And that's how they're able to program you.
Sometimes you feel like you can't walk away either.
I actually have a scenario like that.
That's what I'm saying. Is that another form of Stockholm Syndrome?
No, I don't think it's another form. I think that's just another form of manipulation. I think manipulation plays into Stockholm Syndrome, but I think that I'll use an example. I was in a situation where I knew somebody who, all I'm gonna say is Olive Garden, Greg. Olive Garden. Okay, are you with me? Mm-hmm. All right. And even after that moment in which I felt like it was very innocent, where me and a friend went to go just talk and eat, unbeknownst to me, put me in a situation where I now had to apologize to, I almost said my person, I'm screaming, to the person that I was dealing with at the time every day, because they felt like I did something behind their back when I told them everything that I was doing. And from that time, and even probably, well, not up to this day because we don't talk anymore, but even after years, still found a way to bring it up. And it was like, either you're over it or you're not. And if you're not over it, stop fucking with me. Because if you really feel some type of way about it, the people involved, you shouldn't deal with. But you still found yourself to be still dealing with them. So why do I still have to deal with that?
So would it have been Stockholm Syndrome if you would have, if that guilt tripping period, like that situation, if because he kept bringing it up, you decided to stay? Because
I wouldn't, but okay.
But I'm saying, I'm not saying you would. I'm saying, what would that be a Stockholm Syndrome scenario? Because he keeps bringing it up like, oh, you just leaving because of X, Y, and Z. Or I bet you are leaving now, just like how X, Y, and Z happened at Olive Garden. And you like, I'm not leaving you. And every time.
I feel like that's the Sam and Suzie situation.
So is that Stockholm Syndrome?
I think maybe I need to read it again. I want to say possibly, but I feel like...
Because this the same scenario.
How?
Like I said, like from the scenario, Sam isn't physically doing anything to her. It is all psychological. A guilt trip is all psychological.
Then yes. Yes, I agree. Because I think that although it's not abuse physically, it's abuse mentally. Yeah. Because you are still, wow, nigga, you ain't shit. Because you are still using something that you know that may have affected me, because I know how it affected you, in order to get over on whatever type of feelings you have. Or you haven't gotten over it, but you're still having me deal with something that you told me that you may have forgiven me for. And now we have to go through this. I don't think anybody needs to. If I've forgiven you, I shouldn't have to keep saying I'm sorry for the same mistake. Now, if I'm doing the same shit, that's a different story.
That's my pet peeve.
But if I'm going to keep saying sorry for the thing that I did 5 years ago, 6 years ago, 10 years ago, then I need you to let me go. Because at this point, I can't move forward, and you're clearly not moving forward in this dynamic, and it's only going to keep bringing us down. So I would rather just walk away. If you can't let that shit go, let me go. Matter of fact, let me help you. I'll let you go. And we don't got to worry about it no more.
That's one of my biggest pet peeves.
Apologizing for the same mistake?
If I said sorry once, it's done.
What's a man to do?
Like, if you want to keep bringing it up, if you're not over it, cool. I am.
You're right. Because if Greg is done, then Greg is done. He going to look at you like you crazy.
I mean, you're not getting 15 apologies out of me.
Yeah, I agree. For me, you know what? I think people manipulate me a lot. That they understand that I'm so like giving and caring that I would apologize more than once. My only thing is that I get to a point where I'm realizing that I'm apologizing more than once for the same event. Nothing has happened again, and I'm still apologizing for something that happened in the past. And then that's when I need to like create distance, because I feel like now you're just draining my energy. You're letting me waste energy on something we've already resolved, supposedly, but you're still holding on to it. And if you can't let it go, let it go, let it go. Let me go.
Nah, you don't gotta let me go.
You'll let them go?
Yeah. Control. You always be in control.
Yes and no, because I feel like someone saying that they want to let you go is also in control. Because I can accept it.
I agree.
Right? I feel like there's some people that I say I want to let you go and be like, no, nigga, you ain't going nowhere. But if I'm able to accept that, go. Matter of fact, this is better for the both of us. I'm happy that you made the decision. Are you laughing?
Yes.
Why?
You just throwing all the shots.
What? Greg, I wasn't even thinking about that. That's so crazy, because when I be thinking about something, today we're not on the same page, but usually we are, because we know each other so much. But clearly I just caught him thinking about.
So why you gotta expound? Who told you to expound?
It's okay. I hope you listen to this episode, Cause you low key is Sam in disguise. You low key out here. I give you about 2 more years.
Welcome to the show.
Just need one more.
Welcome to the show. In every show we do dialogue. We talk about stuff that we find interesting this past week.
Yeah, you talk really, really fast, and I don't think people articulated what you just said.
Slow it down. Go to 0.5.
I'm still watching Hijacked. I'm really enjoying it very, very much. Y'all, I'm trying to think about things that I've watched, and I haven't really been watching anything. And it's so crazy because I feel like this summer I was gonna read more because I have so many books and audibles that I haven't even played yet. Why are you laughing? Why are you laughing, Greg?
Would you read this so?
I haven't read anything.
I know.
What's so funny?
That's funny.
How's that funny?
Because she said you thought you was gonna read more, but instead you've been watching more TV.
Yeah.
And it's just funny. It's not like hurtfully funny. It's just funny.
No. What other way should it be funny?
I just think that's hilarious.
Shut up, Greg. Anyways, so I'm hoping that I can get back into some books.
See how the ad-libs they don't work, right?
When you do it.
Yeah.
But when I do it,
they don't work either.
Nah, you would have thought I was on a mixtape. My new dialogue. What? Why you keep laughing at me, Greg? What's wrong with you? Can I have my space?
She said you thought I was on a mixtape.
Yeah, my ad-libs my commentary is really good.
It's lit.
I was watching this Tubi movie, and granted, I don't know why I was watching it, but I was just trying to go to sleep. And it was a really crazy Tubi movie. I can't even tell you the title, but if I find it, if I remember it, whatever, I'll tell y'all. But basically, the story was only an hour and 3 minutes. But the story in itself was that the father was raping the daughter. The mother found out, confirmed that the father was doing it. Only knew because she got HIV, and then her daughter got HIV, and she was like, well, you got HIV, so I know you was raping her. And he was like, what? I'm not raping her. Then you find out that that's not even his kids, and he already knew it wasn't his kids. That's why he was raping her. But come to find out, the uncle, which is the homie, is actually the person that has HIV because he's messing with the mama and the daughter. I hate y'all Tubi movies. I just don't know why y'all write stuff like this, and then y'all think this is okay. It was just so traumatizing.
It was inspired by Precious.
It was, and then the two sisters is messing with the same man, and then she was saying that her sister might have HIV.
I think we're in an HIV epidemic.
Why you think people just getting it like that?
Yeah, I feel like there's
happening.
I just feel like you don't feel like there's a lot of HIV commercials.
I don't know. I don't have unprotected sex. I'm not outside like that.
That's a commercial.
I know that nothing. That don't come on my algorithms. They probably know that you have raw sex, Greg. That's okay. Nope, they not in my algorithm. I ain't having that. No. I can't even tell you the last time I seen an HPV commercial on there. You know,
yes,
but
you do. Yo, do you watch Hulu?
Come on, Hulu. I don't have commercials on Hulu.
That's why. Okay, so she don't have commercials. You talking about I got money? Ad free nigga.
Allegedly.
Ad free nigga.
I had somebody signing that gave me a channel. So I would have had commercials if I was paying. Oh, I don't care about no commercials. Play that. I'll walk out. Matter of fact, it give me time to clean up. If
you had commercials, all the commercials are HIV.
Okay, well, I don't have them, but I have like commercials on. Tubi got commercials.
I don't watch Tubi.
What else got commercials?
You think Johnson is paying Tubi to put their commercials there? They probably should.
They got a lot of commercials. It's like 4. You know how like what do we watch that have commercials? I'm trying to think of other platforms.
Now it's just really Hulu and Peacock.
Peacock is what that has commercials. I don't really watch it like that. But no, I probably get something in Spanish. I got something in Spanish. And I'd be like, I don't know who been watching this, probably somewhere overseas. but I'm not Spanish. But I didn't get no HIV commercials. COVID commercials.
Netflix and Peacock should merge.
No, they shouldn't. Because they have The Office, but they shouldn't.
Yeah, Peacock lost $3 billion last year. They scheduled to lose another
Well, okay, so I understand that you're saying that in the sense of to save their company.
Yeah.
They need to save their company,
But that would mean Universal would have to buy Netflix.
and they may or may not be able to afford it, but they could because they ain't pay nobody now, so they might have to check. But I can see how Peacock could lose money, because outside of nostalgia shows, there's nothing really calling me to go to Peacock.
And they get some good movies, but
those movies probably would have already been on other platforms by then anyway, unless they're Peacock originals.
No, Universal has taken all of their movies off of other streaming services. So like the Super Mario movies only going on Peacock when it becomes available on streaming. And I get that. That's cool.
They have to do that.
Yeah, but that's not enough.
Of course not, because who
That's
want to
the
watch
problem.
that?
I'm with you. That's why I think
I'm not getting Peacock to watch a Mario movie.
That's why Universal should try.
Doesn't Peacock has Abbott Elementary? Oh, so does Hulu. No, I think Peacock has it.
No, it doesn't, because that's an ABC show.
Sorry, Peacock, y'all probably not gonna make it. I think when y'all realized when y'all chose Peacock as your like mascot and name, y'all probably should have had some porn. Y'all probably would have had more subscribers.
You're hilarious.
Let me get that Peacock categories.
Wow.
Stars has it. Stars has like Stars After Night or After Dark or something like that.
I remember HBO After Dark.
Or Cinemax. It's Cinemax.
I remember Max After Dark.
Yes, HBO has it too, but if you really think about it, it wasn't really that good of sex.
That's softcore porn.
Yeah, that's softcore porn.
Trick.
It just try to get you where you need to go without really trying to see no penis. But you always saw some titties though, which is so crazy. You saw like half a vagina because they try to cover it.
Yeah, but it was never the good titties. Once you got older, you learn what real titties look like.
I don't know. I've had titties all my life. I don't know what good titties are or bad titties, but I know.
You know the titties that they put it on.
Fake titties.
No, it's not even fake ones. It's just like
They're real titties.
they're real, but they like the little ones that like. Sometimes you want to see some big jalopy, areola, nipples hard. Like they be showing the small pink, and it's who cares? Like but then you learn about what titties look like. Like the titties you gonna see every day.
And you don't like amateur porn.
I can see that.
Okay, so you know what? I just that's my new dialogue was the Tubi movie that I don't want to recommend to nobody because I don't know why I did it.
But she talked about it.
And I did because I needed to let y'all know that this is what these writers are having.
She watched Princess 2.0.
This was on a whole nother level where it was just like, why are you doing this? Like why does this have to be the story? There's so many ways that this story could have went. I could have been in the writing room and I could have told y'all could have wrote better than this. But it had me, so shout outs to Tubi because it's really fucking with my. It's gonna make me want to read a book. I'm at the point where I'm ready to go back into reading because there's nothing on TV. So, what's your new dialogue, Greg?
My new dialogue is Utopia, Travis Scott new album. It is.
You know he's in Jersey City.
Is he?
He was. I don't know where he's at now. I'm not his handler, but he definitely was in Jersey City.
Dope. Excuse me. That album was amazing. True and through.
How'd you feel about Astroworld?
Amazing. Travis Scott to me is the first rapper to have a 4-album run.
Do you compare him to Michael Jackson?
Never.
Okay, so Blue and I had a conversation, and one of his friends said that Travis Scott is a Michael Jackson of his time, and I said there's so many other people that you could use, and Travis Scott is not someone that I would compare to Michael Jackson.
No, you can't.
Blue didn't say this. Is a friend of his.
You can't compare nobody to Michael Jackson. Nobody is standing on the stage for 10 minutes while people are screaming without moving a muscle and fainting.
Beyonce.
No, not even Beyonce. Not even Beyonce. No.
You haven't been to a Beyonce concert.
I
then.
have. I've seen her. She's not able to stand there for 10 minutes. Michael Jackson stood there, didn't say a word.
Okay.
Like he had glasses on, you couldn't even see his eyes. He could have just been asleep up there. You weren't even, and people were fainting. 19.
I'm screaming.
Nah, I didn't live through Michael Jackson, but I'm also not stupid enough to not be able to look back and see.
I agree, but I didn't. I agree with you. I don't think Travis Scott is at the Michael Jackson level at all.
No, but I do think Travis Scott is the second biggest rap star in the world right now.
Who's the first?
Drake. Drake is always going to be Drake.
Commercial wise?
I think just as a rapper, like rapping, like if we're talking about rappers in the world, I think it's Drake and then it's Travis Scott.
Commercial wise?
Yeah, I'm not talking about their rapping ability because
Yeah,
Travis Scott can't rap.
Because that's what I'm saying. I was like, rapping ability.
That's what I said star. I said star. Biggest star.
You think that?
Absolutely. Like Travis Scott has his own festival. What other rapper has their own festival outside of Drake?
Drake has his own festival?
OVO Fest.
And Travis Scott is...
Astro World.
That was a concert.
No, it's his festival that happens every year. He just happened to name his last album Astro World, but Travis Scott has his own festival. I don't think you're on Travis Scott or up on Travis Scott as much as
I wouldn't. I literally went to his concert because someone invited me to go.
He is beyond a mega star.
Okay.
I'll give it to you this way.
Okay.
He is the Switzerland of rap. He beasts with nobody. Everybody pours all their money and resources into him, and that's why he doesn't have bad projects. He is like Pusha T and Drake is beefing right now. Yet Travis Scott is able to get Drake on his album. He's able to get Pharrell on his album. He's able to get Kanye on his album. Like none of those people. Usually, if there's beef, you're not messing with. Like if you gonna do something with Travis Scott, don't mess with me. We can't talk. Like nah, you chose your side. He is the Switzerland.
But he's also hasn't released an album since Astro World, so those songs could have came at different times. Like he could have recorded it.
Some of those, like okay, Pharrell, I think is the
recent,
most recent. Yeah, right.
Okay.
So Drake and Pharrell, Pusha T, it's a huge beef, right? And Meltdown, is a song off the album with Drake on it. Drake goes to town on Push and Pharrell. Like Drake bought Pharrell's jewelry and melted it down to make something new. And the name of the song is called Meltdown. But and then literally 2 songs later, there's a whole Pharrell produced track. Travis Scott out. Like it doesn't happen. It never happened.
Unless they've already been approved before. Because think about it. I think Astro World in itself had a lot of songs that they probably didn't put on the album.
It would still have to be. You would still have to get the re-clearance, I would say.
No. And once I get it cleared, I don't need to go back to you to get it cleared again.
Now I'm just talking about Pharrell.
Okay.
If Pharrell was like, no, that song is not going out.
If he knew that there was already a song like that, you don't need to know what other songs are on the album.
I think he do.
By the time he hears the song, even those tracks would have been already approved.
I think he did. I honestly.
And he said, you know what? That's okay.
I just think I honestly believe Travis Scott is just a Switzerland. He beefs with nobody. Y'all beefs don't affect him because I think people realize.
How does my beef? Sorry.
Oh no, I'm just saying. I just think people realize the cash cow that he is.
I get it, but how does my beef not affect you if somebody's on your record talking about me?
How does my beef not affect you if you're on someone? I don't get what you're saying.
Okay, so
I try to re-say it just to make it make sense.
Okay, so how are you not a part of a beef? If I let you be on my song and talk about somebody else?
That is the mystery.
No, I just think that the songs was done at different times.
No, because even if the songs were done at a different time, it was still released during this beat. So logically, Pusha T hears the Meltdown track and goes and then his next response should be at him and Travis Scott, but it won't. It will only be at Drake.
Is Pusha T on the album too?
No.
Then I guess
no, because it's Pusha T and Pharrell
on a song together.
It's Drake versus Pusha T and Pharrell. Right
no,
now.
I'm talking about on the Utopia album.
No, it's just Drake and
Pharrell.
It's Drake and Travis Scott. It's Travis Scott's song. Drake is featured on it.
Yeah, then there's another song with just Pharrell. And Pusha
Pharrell
T's not on the album.
Produced the song.
And Pusha T's not on the album at all.
No.
I don't see any issue with that.
Because Drake has beef with Pharrell. Pharrell and Pusha T, same camp. They're like.
But I love Pusha T, but I do believe that Pusha T's like even reason for arguing with Drake doesn't make any sense to me. He's only arguing with Drake because of the beef that Drake had with somebody else, and he wanted to get involved in it, and now they have a problem. The issue was never between them.
Drake don't want that Pusha T smoke. He keeps saying he do, and he trying his hardest. But I mean,
I got them straight back, so I'll try hard too.
So anyway, I just think Utopia was a great album, and I think this like really solidifies. I think Travis Scott is like the second biggest
Michael
rap
Jackson.
artist. No, nobody's Michael Jackson.
I'm screaming. I didn't think that. I didn't think that, but I haven't listened to the album, and I'm actually pretty surprised you didn't send me anything from the album, because usually you would if you really like feeling a song.
I listened to it like 11 times already.
He hasn't even like, and usually he would pop up because he's somebody. I don't listen to him like that. I just happen to like Astro World a lot, and Goosebumps and Antidote. Like those are like that album, and then those two songs. So
this is some of these songs, like the song with Future and SZA, Telekinesis, that's gonna go crazy. Meltdown is already going crazy. The song with Bon Iver, that song is he got some shit that's going like it's going to end up on playlists.
Got it. I hear you. Okay.
But this album sounds like 5 years to me, so but just appreciate it.
Well, that would make sense because that's how he's able to get everybody on the album. But
I think it's just an expensive album. And Kanye West is clearly his hero. 1000% his hero. I don't care what nobody say. If you listen to, have you ever heard Yeezus?
Yeah.
The album Yeezus?
Yeah.
That is Utopia. A lot of similar sounds and drums.
So do you think that is Kanye part of producing the album?
He was only on one. I think he only helped produce one song, which was Thank God. But that just sounds like a Donda leftover.
Because he did record a lot of songs and he just didn't release them. So
yeah, I mean, Travis Scott has been a huge influence on Kanye too. I'm not gonna take that away from him.
It's interesting because did you ever watch his show, the episode that he was on with Drink Champs?
Who?
Kanye.
Yeah, I've seen both of them.
Yeah, he don't pick up Trav like that.
But I think that's the thing of their relationship. Because even on the album,
That's what you saw what he did to Chance the Rapper.
Chance had that coming. I'll talk about that later. But because Travis even said on the album, he was like, I'm loyal. I'm taking Ye over Biden.
This episode has been amazing.
No,
I don't even know why that.
The reference it's a reference saying like
yes.
I'm always gonna have Ye's back.
Got it, and I'm just saying that those were that I'm not choosing none of them niggas.
I mean either.
None
Did you
of
see the nigga who who froze up at the podium?
Yeah, and they had to remove him.
These are leaders.
They're cloning people. I was talking to my cousin.
That's
I'm
what you
sorry.
got from?
Look, let me
That's
tell you
what you got
something. Hear me out. These old people is older, but I feel like they're cloning people. We talked about the sheep. You know, they clone the sheep. They clone meat. They clone so many things. I don't see why we don't see it while they're trying to clone people. And the idea that we have.
Meat Mill?
You think they clone meat?
You said they clone meat.
No, meat. 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 Yeah, they clone meat too, right? You don't know that? They're cloning meat?
Is it cloning or just processing?
No, they're cloning meat. They literally, you don't think that they clone anything?
No, I think it's absolutely they clone stuff. I believe it.
You don't think they clone people?
I think they want to.
You don't think that they've tried?
I think they have, absolutely.
And why don't you see people are malfunctioning?
Okay. I'm not looking at you with 6 heads.
Well, I'm just saying, like, that's why he froze. He probably was a clone. His data probably didn't, they probably had the Wi-Fi off. AI couldn't like function properly and get all the data properly, and then they had to, you know how when you get bad Wi-Fi.
So wait, so you think
like
these clones are synthetic?
I think that they are testing.
What are they cloning? Are they just cloning the flesh, or are they cloning the mind too?
They're cloning the flesh and downloading the mind, and
So
they're
only up to a
uploading the
certain
data.
point.
What do you mean?
So if I had to guess, right, this will be the perfect cloning process.
Okay.
We're cloning the flesh,
Yes.
downloading the mind, and because of artificial intelligence, the mind keeps evolving, right? Now, if you're telling me that they downloaded his mind up to a certain point, but the AI failed because it wasn't evolving, do you think that's what happened?
Yeah, I think that, yes, and I think the Wi-Fi went out. I think they couldn't do the data.
You add like,
You don't
it's
think
like
the
you
Wi-Fi
have
went
a good slice of pizza and you fuck it up by putting some weird ass topping on it.
You don't think the Wi-Fi?
What does Wi-Fi? If I got a clone, the last thing I'm going to rely on is some fucking tower to make it work.
No, we literally run on 5G.
Okay.
They gotta be back. They gotta be, powered in some way.
I don't even think
These clones are being controlled. They don't have their own mind.
I'm not saying that, but it won't be controlled through Wi-Fi.
What do you think? 5G, 6G?
I don't know.
You think they're gonna make 8G?
The Wi-Fi that I'm using right now to look up stuff on my phone,
Yeah,
it's not the Wi-Fi.
I don't think that's the highest tier of Wi-Fi though, right? I think that you have to think bigger and understand like corporations and the idea that even how AI exists in itself and how they function, and the idea that America in itself allegedly likes to manipulate their people, and by using figures and
I just
celebrities.
don't think it's Wi-Fi. I think it's something. I agree.
What you think? You think it's
I don't
USB?
know.
You think they plugged in somewhere?
Maybe
Because the same thing happened with Biden too. He just got stuck, and he started like, he started.
It could have been waves, and the person who had the control in the audience, their batteries died. Who knows?
You talking about like the submarine? They had a remote control.
Something like that.
How they talk though? Like, how do they get feeded the information? Because the idea of clones. Okay, this is all conspiracy, and we're gonna end this episode. But the idea of clones is to be able to control them. Yes, they come off to you as a regular person, but at the ulterior motive is to be able to manipulate and control the thoughts.
Yeah,
and how
I
they
would think that if
what they say.
If they want the project to be successful, I would think that the clone will need to come back to them at a certain point, not like you need to be always there with them to control them.
No, that's why there's Wi-Fi. Greg, think about it. In order for
not
I can use
Wi-Fi.
your TV, as long as I'm on the Wi-Fi, I can connect to your TV.
Yeah,
If we're on the same Wi-Fi, I connect to your TV. If I'm not, I can't use the TV, Greg.
but that's not how they're controlling them.
You don't know that.
But you don't either. Why is it Wi-Fi?
So why you don't even have another reason? You ain't giving no other reason.
No, the other reason would be is like
USB
programming.
How do you keep them functioning,
They come back
Greg?
like a robot. You can't like if I'm and mad you making me step into this. If in the perfect, I think in a perfect scenario
Where they're cloning niggas.
where if I was cloning somebody,
Greg, go ahead.
it'd be programmed. I would want to be able to program them so that they're doing what I need them to do.
Okay.
And then they and every once in a while they come back for a tune up or something.
I love that, but
I'm not going to
this
sit.
is still in the beginning stages to me, and I believe that they have to be more cognizant of the unpredictable. If I'm programmed, then I only know like 1 + 1 is 2. They ask this, I respond like that. Like that's the basis of it. But we understand that we live in America, and so people are always going to throw the curveball. So you need to have immediate control. And then guess what? When they asked him a question, then he got stuck. They didn't even check on him. They just removed him. They just escorted him off. They didn't do anything else.
And this is why I believe artificial intelligence will never supersede humans.
I think that in time it will. And
You gave the argument why I can't.
this is still fairly new in the stages.
So you think at some point it will?
I think it's going to get to a point where you're not going to know that you're talking to an AI.
But someone's controlling it, yeah.
Absolutely. How do you know that?
It's not about how do I know, is that the thing is happening.
Yeah, but how do you know? I'm saying it's going to get to a point where I'm not going to know that you're an AI, Greg, because the Wi-Fi,
I think it's happening
That's
right
what
now when you're talking to people with customer service.
I agree. They do that even with like a lot of the banks now don't need people. They got the tellers on the screen. I think those are AI. I don't think those are real
but
people.
my thing is someone controlling that. And because someone's controlling that, humans will always supersede AI.
But we also understand
Unless
that
we
AI
get to-
evolves, right? So, and think about iRobot. Initially, in order for all them, someone was reporting
won?
number 4. You said who won?
Who won at the end?
It depends on how you look at it. It seemed like a lot of people lost. It looked like people lost, or robots lost. I don't feel like anybody really won.
Unless there's a master mold situation,
Yeah. But do
know
you
master
see
mode is?
how?
You know
No,
what that
I don't
is.
even know what that is. I just wanted to keep going. But do you see how like that one robot ended up having his own thoughts and he decided to like no one was running him. Excuse me, controlling him.
Mm-hmm. But who won in the end? You don't like to just say the obvious answer.
Yes, but then I think about I Am Legend. I was like, maybe if you didn't kill the robot, you probably wouldn't be by yourself now. But here we are.
Sure.
Thank you so much for making this far in this episode. I don't know what you got from this, but I hope you got some. Greg, you want to let them know how they can find you and how they can find us?
Yeah. At Greg Nelson 26 on Instagram and X, because it's no longer called Twitter.
It still say Twitter on my phone.
Not mine. Mine says X.
Oh, you updated
That means you
yours.
ain't update yours.
I don't want to. I like Twitter.
Well, it's going to update it.
Keep X to yourself.
Yep. We don't tweet no more. We post.
That is trash. That actually takes away from the marketing of Twitter in itself.
Because there is no Twitter. It's X Corp.
Somebody buy Twitter and just redo it again.
Someone did buy Twitter.
Someone
and they
has
called
a
it
Twitter?
X.
No, I mean like recreate it and call it Twitter.
I wonder if you could do that.
Yeah, like I would want them
Nah,
to do that.
I'm
I don't
pretty
think.
sure.
I think they
Pretty sure
definitely
you
have
can.
like it's still
Yeah.
copyrighted or whatever
Absolutely, 1000%.
for a long time. So they're definitely just gonna keep it hostage. It's like putting an artist on the shelf. We're gonna release your album.
Yeah. That's a good analogy. Yeah. Greg Nelson 26. And at JustAConvo_pod on all the places. Twitter, Instagram. Oh, not Twitter. X. Instagram.
Where does it say that?
It says it right here. It's a big ass X.
Yo, mine isn't like that.
Oh, because yours is up. They don't like you.
I like that. I don't want the
Look,
mine
that
to
shit,
stay.
I don't even got the fucking bird anymore.
No, I hate that. Oh, I gotta
It's
take
not even
screenshots.
retweets no more. It's repost.
Oh, that is so. That makes you like it. The only reason why it works is because Twitter already created the foundation, so everybody's like on it. But outside of that, like, the marketing in itself just sounds so mundane and boring.
At JustAConvo_pod.
Oh shit. Tune in. And you can find me, My Amazing Individuals, not on X because I'm still on Twitter. Fuck them niggas. I'm probably gonna be on X. Ooh, my phone upload, but if it's not, I mean download. But if it doesn't, I'm totally okay with still saying that I'm gonna tweet somebody. Why you do that? Why? He had too much time on his hands. You can find me on whatever platform you want to call that's formerly known as Twitter at gcarly7, and that's GQARLY and the number 7. And if you forgot today, if someone told you today, if you got tired of me and Greg arguing today, we want you to know we still gonna be friends after the shit, but we want you to go be great. Unprepared ass nigga. Gigi.